Hayes High School is working with the Hayes Police Department with the Adopt a Cop program. And I interviewed some students at Hayes High School, and even Administrator Mr. Cranwitter, and even Officer Valacing. Do you feel safe when you come to school?
I do feel safe.
Yeah, most of the time I feel safe. I mean, there were like a couple little scares that I think most of Hayes High knows about. But besides that, no, not really. I feel like comfortable around my peers and around the teachers and staff.
I feel great when I come to school.
Yeah, most of the time I do feel safe because, I feel like Hayes High has like a pretty safe building.
I think it's been really good just from the perspective of my health class. I've had both Officer Valacing and Goalie come into my health class to talk about drugs and alcohol and the law enforcement aspect of what would happen and consequences if you would get caught with certain drugs and different crimes. So it's been really good from that perspective. I also think it's good from the school perspective to have officers in the building just develop a rapport between students and faculty as well as with law enforcement. So I think it's been good on all aspects, just developing a rapport with our law enforcement.
In what ways can a school resource officer help Hayes High?
Well, I feel that vaping has become a problem at our school, and so maybe it'll help lessen the problem because people have been getting sick lately in the news and even dying because of vaping. And it might also stop, there's not a huge problem, but there is a small problem with marijuana usage at our school, and it might also stop that.
A school resource officer, I think, can help in, we don't have a lot of discipline problems at Hayes High, but sometimes just the presence of a school resource officer does lend itself to, whether it's students or parents, staff members, of just understanding that need to be on their best behavior. Authoritative presence is there, so yeah, you have to mind your manners, I guess, is what it comes down to. Also helps that in case maybe an administrator or many administrators are out of the building or they've been called to do other things, the school resource officer can be there to help, with any issues that might arise security-wise, or if there's staff members that just need help with anything.
I think a resource officer can help Hayes High by the presence of authority, especially being this close to the interstate where we could have some people that come off that, have bad ideas and bad intentions. And I think if somebody's here, I think that might help that issue, because I think if something bad's going to happen, it's going to happen pretty fast before we can have safety.
How long have you been an officer?
I've been with the Hayes Police Department for 15 years.
What is the Adopt a Cop program?
The Adopt a Cop program takes the place of the old school resource officer. Instead of having this officer in the school full-time, Monday through Friday, now we have several volunteers. It could be 2 or 3 different officers, and what they do is on the days that they work, they try to sneak into the school here and stop by, visit the kids, talk to the staff, just build some rapport and take place to that old school resource officer.
What are you most looking forward to during your time at Hayes High?
Just getting to know the kids, providing a sense of security for everybody, and just being a resource. Whatever it is you guys need, we're here for you.
How is having officers at school every day going to help Hayes High School?
Well, 2 different ways. The main one is it kind of builds rapport, bridges that gap between us and the students and the staff. That way, if there's any questions, concerns, we can be there for them. And the other is we are a deterrent. Just our presence alone will hopefully cut down on anything that shouldn't be happening.
And anything you may or may not want to say to the students of Hayes High School?
Just like I said, we're here for them. Anything they need, just stop by, say hi. Sometimes if we're eating lunch or just walking down the hall, don't be afraid to wave and say hi. We'll stop and talk.
This has been Tyler Solida with Tribe Broadcasting.